Hey folks, Gerald here, and I just want to give you a quick demo of how I use Blender for screen capping my FBXs. Now to recap real quick, like me, you might be at a place doing revisions or boards, and they have FBX files available to you for the backgrounds and the props or whatever. So for those who've used Autodesk FBX Viewer before, you know the deal. From not opening files to crashing to refusing to zoom in, FBX Viewer can be a handful at times. One particular day it got really bad, so I started sort of daydreaming about how great it'd be if I could just pull up the file in an actual 3D program and look around properly. But then I remembered that Blender exists, but would it be able to play nice with FBX files made in other programs? Well, long story short, yes. So I wrote a blog post where I talk about how you can use the 3D software suite Blender to grab screenshots for your boards. It's a powerful and free program available to be used commercially, non-commercially, without the need to pay royalties. It's open source, etc., etc. That's super rad. Anyway, be sure to check out the post that goes into way more detail than I do here, and the link's on the screen. Now for those who've already read through the blog post, you might be thinking, Gerald, that was a massive wall of text. Why would I ever do all that when FBX Viewer's got me this far? And that's why I want to show you exactly how quick and easy the process actually is. And we're going to do it in just 7 easy steps. Now for this demo, I'll be using 2 free FBX files that I downloaded from TurboSquid. Links to the creators are down in the description. Alright, and here we go. So step 1 is to open Blender. For details on how to get Blender and how to install it and all that stuff, check the blog post. Cool, Blender's open. Step 2, import FBX. I'm going to go File, Import Fbx. I'm going to navigate to the place where FBX is kept. Either double click on it or select it and click the import button, and once it's done churning, alright, we got our object in the scene. Step 3, I'm going to make a new camera and I'm going to set that camera as active. So I'm going to set my crosshair, go to the Create tab, click on camera, boom, I got a camera in the scene, hit the hotkey, boom, the camera's now active, so now I can look through it, put it wherever I want. When I render, it's going to render out of this camera, etc., etc. Cool, that's step 3. Step 4 is actually what I just did, putting it where I want. And part of that step 4 is also, if you come over to the options tab, you can change the focal length if you want to, which is something you cannot do in FBX Viewer. Awesome. Step 5, I'm going to create a light so that when I render out this scene, it's not all black. So I'm just gonna set my crosshairs once again. Click on point light, which kind of acts like a light bulb for details on the lights. Once again, check the blog post. Awesome. If I want to get all fancy, I can mess with any of the details and the energy and the intensity and blah, 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 but I'm not going to do too much of that. Then I'm going to set another light just to have a nice secondary source to kind of kill any harsh shadows or things that might be weird. I'm going to rotate it around. Let's see. Angle. Awesome. If I wanted to change the color and all that stuff, I could. But anyways, I'm done. I made my lights. Now step 6, hit the render button. And there's the view out of the camera that I just made. And awesome, I'm ready to go. Step 7 is to save my image. Go down to image, save as image, give it a name. And that's it. I've just made my screen capture. I can just navigate to the folder and there will be an image at exactly this size. I don't have to worry about cropping or any UI elements or even the mouse cursor in the way. It's just going to be the pure clean image, and I can drop that into Storyboard Pro and do what I got to do. So there you go. You've seen how quick it is. It's what, all of 2 minutes, if even that. You can get much more fancy than that. You can, set up the scene for some special lighting if you need to. If you really want to sell something, who knows. You can set up multiple cameras and just have it go through all the cameras and shoot out an image, so you don't have to set up a camera, then set up another camera, or move your camera, and all this other stuff. You can basically get as deep into it as you want to, and I talk about some of that over at the blog post. But let's take a quick look at what to do with the prop, because it's super, super handy, time saver. So I'm going to File, Import Fbx, go to my location once again. Thank you, person on the internet who made an IKEA chair. Awesome, my object's in the scene. I'm going to create a camera. I'm going to set that camera as active. I'm going to aim that camera at my fancy IKEA chair. Alright, cool. I'm going to make a light. I'm going to rotate my light because I feel like it, not because it's mandatory. There we go. I'm gonna hit the render button. Boom, I got a chair. Now, normally when you screen cap something like this or you save an image, you have to, erase out all this gray stuff, and it's really annoying. But the cool thing that you can do, I'm gonna hit escape so I can go back real quick. The cool thing that you can do is in my render properties, I could come down to shading, set the alpha to be transparent instead of sky. And so now when I render it out, I don't have to erase anything off. It's just my object, and I can drop that and all the transparency will be maintained as long as I save it out as a file that supports transparency, like a PNG or something, or a GIF, I guess. So I come down to image, save as image, give it a name. Cool, save as image. And bam, I could drop that into Storyboard Pro and just draw around it, draw on top of it, do what I gotta do. So super handy for like complex weapons or whatever. Sky's the limit. And that's it. It's really that simple. So to learn the basics, to get you up to speed with Blender, checklist of the basic hotkeys and even some more advanced stuff like easy ways to handle multiple cameras or what to do in some special case scenarios like with glass that just isn't acting glassy. Swing on over to the blog post, links right here. And peace.